Welcome everyone to CNP Safari's YouTube channel. In today's video, we are super excited to announce our official collaboration with DXO Software, one of the world's leading software editing suites on the market. In this video, I'm going to do a quick demo for you on PhotoLab 9 and its AI masking capabilities and how it improves my photography workflow to manage light, noise, and just to get a much better end result in a quicker time frame. In the description below, you will have a discount code that will give you an additional 15% discount on the range of DxO products. On top of that, they are launching their Black Friday special, so you will get an amazing deal. So enjoy the demo, something to look at, learn a bit further, and keep an eye out for future collaboration products that we'll be launching with them.
So here we go. So let's have a look at this first image. So it's typical, a scene that you would shoot on the Chobe River during March, April, May, during the high river season, the African pygmies, where we have the opportunity to shoot these little pocket rockets. Now, in terms of this photo specifically, I'm going to approach it with a little bit more of the AI masking, and then let's see what the end result is going to be. So let's first start with the basics, where we apply a default preset just to get the raw file to a better looking file, and then from there make the various edits. So first, just click on the straighten tool, straighten it, and thereafter let's choose a crop. In this case, I think a 5x10 is a good option to go for. Let's get the crop. Now the art of this is to crop out any distracting matter and to minimize the clutter so that we can put emphasis on our subject matter. Right, so I've done the crop, I've done the straighten, basic preset has been applied. So let's first go over and apply the noise reduction, DeepPRIME XD. The noise is clean. Switch it off just so you can have a look at the first initial side. Very noisy, especially with the amount of color noise that comes through, but this is based on the luminance noise in the image as it was shot in 6400 ISO with a bit of a cloudiness to it in the shadow area. Switch back on again, and it's done a fantastic job. Now, let's first work on the various sections in the image. So what I would like to first do is I would like to use a gradient filter so I can work on my background just to darken a bit more, bring down the contrast. So use the gradient tool, but now I'm going to do a new submask in that one where I'm going to use the AI, and then I'm going to use my subject detection and choose animals. Now with that applied, I'm going to invert that shape so that the subject is deselected, and now I'm going to make my various changes. So first I'm going to bring down the exposure a bit in the image. I am going to lessen the contrast. I'm going to up the shadows just a little bit. I'm going to bring down the blacks just so I can make black black again, and I'm going to add just a little bit of warmth in the background. Now what I want to do is I want to put a little bit more emphasis on the water droplets. So let's create a new mask, use the AI, and then I'm going to use the click and drag option, hold down the shift key so I can make multiple selections in it. Now with that selected, I'm going to up the highlights just a bit, and then just put a little bit more exposure just so that the water drops stand out a bit more. Now the next step that I want to do is I want to bring out the pygmy geese. I'm going to create a new mask. In the AI section, I'm going to select animals. Then in this, I'm going to up the exposure slightly. I'm going to bring out the shadows a bit more. For that shadowy area underneath the wings, I'm going to bring down the highlights to protect the white feathers. And I'm going to just put a little bit of black back into the image and just a bit of contrast. and some micro contrast. Now what I want to do further is, because the AI masking tool, you can go and do the noise reduction and details area more selectively on your subjects. So I'm going to use the loop tool, and then as I scroll down in this menu, I can go down to the denoising area. I can force a little bit more detail to have the feathers, and then just a little bit of more lens softness. Then the very last section that I want to do is I want to go and bring out the individual colors on the pygmy geese a bit more. So first let's use the control point, put it down on the area that I want to work in, on those colors. With the chroma and luma slider, I'm going to refine the selection a bit more, add a bit more saturation, up the vibrancy a bit more, and just a bit more contrast. In that new step, I'm going to repeat what I did, put down a control point on the green of the pygmy goose, up the saturation slightly, a bit more vibrancy, and just a bit more contrast. Now with that being said, I am still not extremely happy with the shadow area underneath the wing. In the AI mask, use the select an area option, pull it over the wing, and with that selection made, I'm going to bring out a bit more of the shadow area, just a little bit more black, and with that done, I will go and export the image now. And then I'm going to show you a comparison between the original with the edits and then a final version. So let's export that photo to the same image folder. Now with that being exported, as I just said, I'm going to view the various images and then let's have a compare and then see where we started and where we ended. So let's first look at the original. Go full screen. And as we can see, there is quite a lot of noise and graininess in the image. In the edited version, the noise is still prominent, but let's have a look at the slider. So the before, lots of color noise and speckled noise that comes through, not as sharp as I want it to be. And as we go through, you can see that the noise has been lessened, the sharpness has increased, the colors is popping, and overall a warmer tone. The final version with everything applied, we have a pin sharp image, beautiful details in the water droplets, beautiful textures in the feathers of the pygmy geese, and those colors pop just a bit more. So all in a nutshell, again, PhotoLab 9 not only has augmentatively the best noise reduction software in the market, but you have a much better raw files that you start with to deliver amazing end results. And with the AI masking capabilities, the freedom of editing is so much more versatile that you can go from a great file to an almost perfect file in just a couple of steps.